What's good, y'all? It's Kabe here again. We're back at another video. You saw the thumbnail already, the title, and what you're in for, so let's get right into this. This week I asked you guys on a poll to choose the next video and what would I make the video about, and you guys chose a TOLIVER beat, so I'm gonna be break down this beat for you guys like y'all asked. And this beat is all about subverting expectations. You're gonna see that we have this melodic intro, the beat then drops into this turns hard, like really loopy, that loops every 4 bars progression, getting completely away of the more melodic vibe of the intro. So let's start with the sample. I made this beat from scratch, like I often do here on the channel. I started with this chord progression on the Prince, the plugin by Cradle Audio and Frank Dukes. As you guys can see from the velocity here, I didn't play this. I just clicked this in. For the preset, this is what we have here, generic inflation from the Prince. And it's a simple chord progression. It's just triads. After that, I went into Analog Lab and I used this preset from Loner called All Yours. Really repetitive, just to create this drone atmosphere behind the chorus here. So I have this thing in the back that's moving just to fill it out a little bit more. After that, I went into one of my friends' kit 5. I think it's his Bow Arts kit, and I grabbed this one shot here. And I just laid down this really simple melody to accompany the chorus a little bit. Again, I just clicked this in. It can get easier than this. And to finish it off, I added these one shots here, again from 5 from his Bow Arts kit. And I think this is just the same chorus as the chord progression, I believe. And this is how it sounds. Simple chords with this like motion, going down motion creates this emotional melodic kind of vibe here that we are building up. And like I said, we're gonna subvert that expectation on the actual like beat drop. So we have these 4 elements together. If I look at the mixer, again, not a lot of stuff, just a parametric EQ here, another parametric EQ. Most of them is just either cutting the lows entirely or just bringing it down. Sometimes I cut it if the lows are really present. Sometimes I just bring it down with a low shelf if I just want to make space for a bass, but I don't want to completely thin out an element on the sample. So we have this melodic slow intro here. And then you're gonna see that we drop into this turns breakdown here. So this is how it sounds. And this is exactly what I mean when I say this: a sample is half a beat is half a song. This whole thing isn't complex, but it's just the start of an idea. When I'm making melodies, this is how I think of myself in the process of making a song. I'm starting an idea. I'm the one who's going to open the blank project and put the first note down. I don't need to make the whole song. I don't need to compose the whole song. What I need to do is create an idea that can spark a song song, right? Or can spark the idea for a song. So this is what we're doing here. We're creating this melodic intro and then subverting that expectation into a drop. That's a song idea. It needs drums and it needs lyrics and vocals, but that's a song idea. This is how I'm structuring this song. So let's see how I subverted that expectation just using basically what we had. So you can visually see on the project that we have this full chord progression, this full 4-chord chord progression. The first thing that I did here is that I just cut the first chord and repeated it. So this is the loop that we have. Instead of this big loop here, or this, let's say this 4-bar loop here, I have this 2-bar loop, which is just the first chord repeating over and over. And when you contrast that with the other elements, let's just hear the chords, right? Chords in itself, they go places. What we do here is just cut the first chord and loop it so it doesn't go anywhere. It stays there. The melody, it goes places. The melody tells a story, but here it doesn't. It stays stagnant. Just this thing, you know? Same thing with the chorus here. Really cool. That's the song idea that we're building here, this subversion of expectation. Just to accent this change, I added a couple synth accents here. This is my go-to plugin when I want to create something like this. It's Citrus. It's a stock FL plugin. And I just drop it an octave. Since we're just looping this one chord, we still have to have some type of variation. So we can at least loop these 4 bars here. And on top of it, I added this texture again from Five's Kid Bowles art. Just to fill out the space a little bit more. And this is the loop that we have. Just to build out on this breakdown a little bit more, again, we want to keep this looping, but not the same loop over and over again because it can get boring really quickly. On the next 8 bars, I added some new stuff here. To start, I disabled our cascading synth leads here and removed the chord. So instead of having this really heavy hit that we have here, it's a soft hit now that implies that we're entering a new section. And I just add this little cascading synth thing. And the thing with this preset, as y'all can hear, it has a lot of delay. I just put it into a mixer track and added Fruity Balance. Or I mean, I added the delay. I added Fruity Delay 3. I thought it was from the preset, but I added it. But I don't want it to bleed into the next section. So I added Fruity Balance and then automated it. So we hear the delay when it hits, but when it gets to the next loop, it cuts out completely. So again, it's this creation of something and then taking it completely away. And just to finish, we get back after these 16 bars of turns shit that could be like a hook. We get back into a verse. And we finished the sample. I don't need anything more. This is a song idea. We're creating something that can spark the inspiration of other producers and other artists to create a song on top of it. This is our song idea. So now let's get into the B project where I'll show y'all how I decided to drum this. But before that, I have to mention to you guys that this year's Black Friday sale is live at outofideas.co. The entire store is 50% off. It's half off for all the packs. We have packs starting at only $5. It runs up until December 2nd, so make sure you grab yourself some new sounds before this sale ends. It's the first link in the description, so make sure to check that out. And now let's get back to the video. We're on the beat project now, which is just the same project with a different arrangement here, and I'm using that same song idea that I had when I was making the sample, starting with this melodic intro and then dropping into this completely different hook here. So let's hear first how it sounds. Really nice. Again, it's this subversion of expectation, and what I wanted to do with the drums is this really, like, I don't know exactly how to describe it. It's I think it's reminiscent of like Travis Scott, like Astro World stuff, or like JACKBOYS stuff. It's this bounce that just goes everywhere. The 808s hitting all the time, a ton of hi-hat rolls, you know, a ton of like bounce snares and everything. The drums, I don't know exactly how to break down this for you guys. The drums are just right here. Y'all can see this. What I can say from this is, if I'm not mistaken, when I was making the beat, I was listening to Mafia by Travis, and this is pretty much a similar bounce to that song.
And then I just came up with this, like, I really kind of just like that bop. I was like, this is really good.
And again, it's something that's really repetitive to match the sample here. And these songs are from Drake. I'm pretty sure this is from his 2023 drum stash. I'll leave it in the description like I always do. And yeah, this is the entire beat we just built on top of the initial idea from the melody. And let's see what I did here for the outro. I really like to try some different stuff on the outro, just create some variation, and this is how it sounds. It's pretty much the same trick from the last video, if I'm not mistaken. You just resample the hook or whatever part that you want, and then just stretch it out, and then it will drop down in both BPM and pitch and create this cool little thing here. You guys probably heard this on other songs too. Yeah, so this is the entire beat. I hope you guys like this video. I hope y'all learned something from this, or this helps you to gain some inspiration or look at music making in some different type of way that you might not have thought of before. If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe for more. I'm thinking I'm gonna do polls again for the next video, so watch out for that. You can choose what you want to see next. Make sure you grab yourself some new sounds at outofideas.co. The entire store is half off until December 2nd, so you still have a couple days to grab some sounds there. Respect starting at $5, bro, like come on. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Follow me on Instagram, and yeah, that's it. Bye. Thank you guys.